2, Kane Williamson.
Is there for that rundown that enables Williamson to tick over the strike.
A real good start for Jake Paul. He went around the oval against Bangladesh, went for 82 in those 10 overs, and what an ideal start. Great area, just a little bit of inside movement between bat and pad, crashes into the top of middle stump, does some damage to that stump, and the ideal start. The wind too strong for Jake Paul on this occasion. Turns around, he'll go and have another attempt. Too strong again. In high jump and long jump you get disqualified for that, don't you? You can only fail to attempt on one or maybe two occasions, but the wind is seriously strong.
Yeah, some sympathy. You can see how gusty it is.
Eventually manages to get to the crease and finishes with another good delivery. So 1 for 1 after the first. Markwood going to be bowling from the Cathedral Road end for England. Starting to grow into his career.
Good battle, I reckon, between Wood and Guptill, because Wood's got a low skiddy trajectory, so he'll come onto the drive of the bat nicely, and Guptill likes to drive. But what Wood has also got in his locker is a very sharp bouncer that gets onto you very quickly. So any sign of that big front dog from Guptill, he'll be just he'll have that bouncer up his sleeve.
Yeah, I did an interview with him before the game, and he was saying...
Did you understand what he said?
Well, and I think he'll go from strength to strength from what I've seen, particularly his performances against South Africa.
He's a great lad. He's got a great attitude, really wholehearted trier. You see, even when he bowls at the death under pressure, he's got a fantastic attitude towards the game. And he just provides the attack with a little bit extra, really, a bit of extra zing. Should be the quickest bowler through the air that England have got. He can bowl those Yorkers quite nicely, and if there is any reverse swing, he will find it. Not that there is much these days with two new white balls.
Yeah, with his strong wind at his back, I think it could be quite effective here. Hitting the bat hard is Mark Wood.
You had the odd ankle problem, didn't you? So you'd sympathise with Mark Wood, who's now had 2 or 3 quite significant operations, had some modifications to it. His boot to help the strain and stress that goes through that ankle as he slams his front foot down.
Beats the outside edge. No appeal, but a very good delivery. Some good punches off the back foot so far from Kane Williamson. And that would have been the absolute ideal start. You get that feeling from that expression from Joe Root. A little bit of movement just past that outside edge. Now the ankle injury is the worst. I mean, it's at the crux of your delivery, all your weight's going, what's fully weight bearing as you go into your delivery, particularly for me who had a long delivery stride. If you've got any issues there, it really can be a difficult thing to get through. So 2 runs from the first Wood over. Score is 3 for 1. Two slips in the gully. And it's more its run-stopping position, isn't it?
It is for Williamson, who is a genuine top-order batsman. And Ronke might look at his footwork. First ball, he didn't really go very far forward. Showed his stumps to the bowler, and then he moves. Whereas Williamson gets just a bit more of a stride in and a bent front knee. So he's got that bat and pad together, and there's no gap there for a very similar delivery to get through.
The fielder that's gone into gully to prevent those easy singles from being run down to third man was taken from square leg. That's why that was an easy single. In fact, Williamson was even looking for the second. But the ideal start for England. A lot of talk would have gone in the dressing room and on the field just before the start of their bowling. That delivery just stands up on Martin Guptill.
Excellent length that ball has bowled so far. I suppose the definition of a good length for a bowler is one that drags the batsman forward but is not of drivable length. So you're threatening, you're giving yourself wicket-taking options, but you're not offering the batsman that easy drive.
Our first real look at him in the one-day internationals against South Africa, and does look for a tall man that he's got a good, very natural, fullish length. Could be particularly effective in the test arena, I think. I mean, standing next to him, he is a very tall individual. But he won't battle to get bounce out of surfaces. But the challenge for a tall man is to try and find the perfect length that finishes somewhere around the top of your stump. Another good over for England, just 1 run from that one after 3, 4 for 1. So a slow start for New Zealand, 4 for 1 after 3. Markwood really is pushing Kane Williamson back. It'd be interesting if he can get one on a slightly fuller length. If he does so, you would suggest with this wind and the movement that he extracts, he might just get it to drift into the right-hander, with the possibility of trapping him in front. That's a beautiful punch off the back foot by Williamson. Comfortably through for the second and looking for the third. And they do indeed. Ben Stokes was pronounced as close to full fitness as he has been in a long time. Now England will be looking for a good contribution from him with ball in hand. Played nicely with the willow. Win predictor, England 71%, New Zealand down at 29%. Outside edge, no third slip in place for Martin Guptill. It's going to get to the stage where with a strong wind, Guptill I'm sure is going to be saying, hold on, I'm not going to be looking to do anything while facing from the Cathedral Road end. But as soon as I get on strike towards the River Taff end, that might be my opportunity to try and put some pressure on these England bowlers. Really is blustery out there. Fortunately for Mark Wood, he's got the wind at his back. How difficult for a batsman? It's difficult for a bowler because you have to adjust, and if it's blustery, you can often be thrown off rhythm in your run-up. But for a batsman, how difficult is a strong wind?
It's got to be worse for bowlers, I think. As you're running in, as you say, you get slightly thrown off your rhythm and your run-up. That's when you